Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another video. So before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking. All right. So as you guys can see, there was a woman here. Her name was Angela Craig, and that girl was poisoned. Her husband was dangerous. Not good. Another victim who did not survive the suburbs. All right. This is an article from the Denver Gazelle, and what it says is trail of texts, emails, and poison implicate Aurora dentist in wife's death, police say. James Craig, who is 45, faces at least count. See that? Faces at least count. I don't know how many counts. Faces at least count. That took me for a minute. That's why I had to pause right there. Of first-degree murder in connection with Angela Craig's death. All right. So that's him right there. An Aurora dentist who wanted to start a new relationship with a Texas orthodontist allegedly poisoned his wife with potassium cyanide laced protein shakes to get rid of her, according to an Aurora police arrest affidavit. As Angela Craig became increasingly ill, her husband James told people that she was suicidal and hooked on opiates, investigators said. Craig, who is 45, was arrested just after midnight Sunday and is facing at least one count of first-degree murder in connection with Angela Craig's lingering death. Aurora police said Craig's marriage and business were on the rocks, and he had just begun a romantic relationship with a Texas orthodontist when he started his plans, according to the affidavit released on Monday. The 18th Judicial District's Attorney's Office is contemplating whether to add charges. Craig had his first appearance in court on Monday morning. Craig was the co-owner of Sunnybrook Dental at 14991 East Hamden Drive in Aurora. Angela's Facebook page titled Angela and Jim Craig showed a profile photo of the couple surrounded by 6 children. It was Craig's dental business partner who pulled a nurse aside at University Hospital and advised her that Angela Craig may have the deadly poison in her system, and asked the doctors to check for it, according to the 52-page arrest affidavit. The Denver Gazelle really needs to hire better editors, okay? The Craigs were having marital problems and may have been headed for a divorce when the 45-year-old dentist opened up a new Gmail account on February 27th, investigators said in the arrest record. From that account, Aurora police alleged Craig was researching poisons, putting in urgent orders for potassium cyanide, and exchanging emails with his mistress. It appears James was flying this woman into Denver while his wife and the mother of his children was dying in the hospital, arrest documents alleged. So this guy was slowly killing his wife, and while his wife was in the hospital being treated for medical issues that he caused by attempting to poison her, he was having a grand old time with his mistress. There are also text messages in the arrest documents detailing conversations between the Craigs as Angela Craig became increasingly ill. These conversations started on March 6th, the day she started complaining of mysterious dizziness symptoms, texting her head wasn't right. She admitted to Parker Adventist Hospital and went home that day. "Baby, I love you so much," Craig wrote his wife in a text message. "I just wish I could stay up 24/7 and be with you. I know it's lonely and boring and maybe sometimes scary. I just want to be there to support you through all of it." Yeah, he probably just wanted to be there to give her a little bit more poison. During that time, Craig consistently texted his wife, inquiring about how she was feeling and specifically wondered about whether she was getting worse. And the reason why he was asking about whether she was getting worse, because he wanted to see if that poison was effective or not. That's the only reason why he was asking to see if she was doing any worse. Okay. He asked her to tell him how she compared her symptoms from one day to another. One of the texts wooed her, explaining how much she meant to him. As the song says, "I hope you know that you're enough for me. Indeed, more than enough," he wrote. March 7th, Angela Craig was again admitted to the Parker Adventist with low blood pressure and vomiting. She stayed there for 5 days until the 14th, the affidavit contended. The next day, Miss Craig got worse. The arrest record said her brother drove her to University Hospital, where she experienced seizures and was admitted to the intensive care unit. Craig met them there. She had no brain activity and never regained consciousness. She died on March 18th. Craig asked doctors not to perform an autopsy, and the reason why was so that they didn't find any residual potassium cyanide in her system, explaining that if they couldn't find out what was wrong with her when she was alive, he didn't want medical staff poking her more after she was dead, the affidavit said. That right there should have been an immediate red flag. A flight itinerary listed in the arrest record showed that while Angela was on life support, the orthodontist from Texas had a flight from Austin to Denver March 16th. The day she wrote Craig an email, "Honey, I do want to give you any comfort I can, but I do not feel it is right for me to mix in with all of those gathering to mourn Angela, and I don't want to meet your family as a friend and try to conceal what I feel for you." So that's interesting. In her signature, she said that she loved him. Most of Sunnybrook's web presence had been taken down by Monday. Angela Craig's family had not responded to a request for comment, and there is no word on funeral plans for her. James Craig is next due in court Thursday at 8:30 a.m., where he will be advised of formal charges. Okay, so now, since this article came out, an article about his court appearance has come out as well. All right, and we will check that out. Now, this is some shady business. All right, and this is not only the shady business of quote unquote dentistry, this is the shady business of the suburbs. This is one of the reasons why people have such a difficult time, in particular families have such a difficult time surviving the suburbs. Aurora dentist accused of poisoning his wife, formally charged with first-degree murder. James Craig, who is 45 years old, is accused of poisoning his wife, Angela Craig. All right, and these people were successful. This guy was a dentist. He had his own practice. I can't remember if it said that his wife was a medical worker or not, but being a dentist, I'm sure he was making a pretty good income. You know what I'm saying? An Aurora dentist accused of plotting to kill his wife was formally charged with first-degree murder Thursday morning. James Craig, who was 45 years old, told office workers that his wife first began showing concerning symptoms of dizziness after he made her a quote-unquote protein shake, which we now know he was lacing with potassium cyanide, okay, which Aurora police investigators suspect was laced with a deadly poison, according to the arrest affidavit. Craig said 6 words in court in response to the judge's questions about whether or not he understood the advisement of charges: 5 yeses and 1 no. He shuffled into court, shackled and handcuffed, and dressed in an oversized orange jumpsuit, and sat quietly as he listened on tenant proceeding. At times, he whispered to his attorney, public defender Katie Telfler. Telfer waived Craig's right to have a preliminary hearing within 35 days. Angela Craig, who was 43 years old, was the mother of the couple's 6 children. Now, here's my question. After poisoning his wife, because she was still currently his wife, who is the mother of his 6 children, what did he think was going to happen to his family? See, that's the question. James Craig was starting a relationship with a Texas orthodontist, and his business was failing, the arrest documents said. According to an arrest affidavit, Angela Craig was treated at 2 hospitals 3 separate times over a week, and half as symptoms to a mysterious illness got progressively worse. She complained about everything from dizziness to having problems focusing, nausea, and no trip was an urgent life and death situation. Court records show Mrs. Craig's brother rushed her to University Hospital on March 15th, where she collapsed. She was declared brain dead March 8, 4:29 p.m., the arrest record said. She was taken off life support March 21st, sources confirmed to the Denver Gazette. Her autopsy was performed Wednesday, March 22nd. The Arapahoe coroner's office confirmed. Now, there was a trail of email to pharmaceutical companies. Now, I'm going to ask you guys a question. In the comments section, what I need you guys to do is let me know what it is that you think these emails to the pharmaceutical companies said, and also why it is that you think that he may have been emailing the pharmaceutical company. Okay. Investigators found that starting March 4th, the suspect ordered multiple types of poisons to his home and office. One of these, potassium chloride, was delivered to his office during the time Angela Craig was already making her first trips to the hospital, showing symptoms of dizziness and nausea. The affidavit said that James Craig set up a new email from which he made those orders on February 27th. He also wrote his presumed lover on that email. That package was inadvertently opened by an office worker who discovered the powder inside and packed it back up. When James Craig was confronted by his dental office partner about the package, he lied that it contained a diamond ring, unaware that the partner knew differently, investigators said. The defendant then changed his story, explaining that his wife had requested the deadly poison and that he didn't think she'd really take it, the affidavit said. Who would believe such an idiotic lie? His wife requested it and he didn't think that she'd take it. So now what this guy clearly is trying to do is move the events to make people believe, oh, she bought this stuff and she used it on herself. Now, if he thought that she was having suicidal ideations, as a healthcare professional, one thing that you should never do is give anybody anything that they could use to commit self-harm. If he had any inkling that his wife was looking for poison, the first thing that he should have done was assess the situation to figure out what it was that she was doing. And if he thought that there was any signs of depression or possibilities of self-harm, he should have made sure that she was, first of all, under constant observation, and second of all, made sure that she never got anywhere near anything poisonous. You know what I'm saying? Further, the report that his wife was, quote unquote, playing a game of chicken, and you're letting her do that. Why? Here's the even better question. Why would she play a game of chicken? Telfer filed 6 motions Wednesday night ahead of the advisement, including a redacted protective order and a complaint that an Aurora Police Department press release regarding the case was written in a way that it presumed her client is guilty. In court, Telfer states that these kinds of statements serve to erode Mr. Craig's presumption of innocence and requested that the Arapahoe District Judge, Shay Whitaker, issue an order directing the Aurora Police Department to not make any additional comments. James Craig's next hearing is April 7th at 3 p.m. in Arapahoe District Court. All right. This is a very, very sad case. Dirtbag. His marriage was failing, and so was his business. But he found a hot and heavy new relationship. So what he did was started acting like he loved his wife even more. He made her poison protein shakes and ultimately ended her life and lied about it. And as a result, it's unfortunate, but Angela Craig didn't survive the suburbs. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice, smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and I will catch you all on the next video. All right, peace.